Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Joelle and I am a reseller on Poshmark, Depop, and Mercari. And today I have a video about ThredUp for you all. If you've watched some of my videos, you are probably familiar with ThredUp Rescue Boxes. It is one of my favorite places to source that online. And from ThredUp, I have ordered their shoe rescue box, their men's box, and their DIY denim rescue box, and none of them have disappointed me. So for this video, I am just going to discuss those 3 boxes. I think I've ordered about 10 in total, so I'm going to give you my profits for each box. I'll go over some highlights from the box and some really good sales, and I will weigh the pros and the cons of the shoe rescue box, the denim rescue box, and the men's rescue box. So by the end of this video, I hope that you all have an insight on how much profit you could really make from each ThredUp rescue box. I personally have experience with these 3 only. So if you're looking into buying a ThredUp rescue box and aren't super familiar with it, for me personally, looking through my actual profits from each box, I've kind of determined that there are some of these boxes that I might stop ordering as often, and there are other boxes that I will definitely continue to order regularly. So first we are going to discuss ThredUp's 25-pound men's rescue box. I have ordered 2, and for that first rescue box, I will put the date that I ordered it below so you can know how long I've had it. I have made a total of $248.78. So for this box, I received 31 items and I have made a total of 13 sales. So I definitely still have some items that are sitting, waiting for the right buyer to come along. And if you don't know, this rescue box costs $110 with shipping included. So that puts my profit right now at around $148. My biggest sale from this box was a North Face puffer jacket that I sold for $68. I actually have another North Face jacket that I got from this box. I want to say it is listed for $60 or $70 that I am definitely hoping will sell soon. But other than that, I got a lot of great bread and butter items. I got a lot of $30 sales on Poshmark, which brought my profit to $20.07 per item. With those $30 sales, I've sold a couple of Carson Wentz jerseys, a Disney hoodie, and a pair of Puma sneakers. So overall, I was a huge fan of this box, and I didn't order it too long ago, so I anticipate that I will make a few more sales in the next couple of months and continue making profits. For my second men's rescue box, I have made a total of $125.98. So I just reached that profit point where I've made over $110. So it may not seem like a lot, but I definitely have a lot of pieces that I still need to list. And I made this much money off of just 7 items sold. My biggest highlight for this box was one particular brand, and that is TravisMathew. I received 4 TravisMathew items in this box. I sold 3 of those 4 TravisMathew items within 1 day of listing, and I ended up profiting around $76 or $77 total for those 3 items. So they ended up paying for a majority of this box. And like I said before, I know I only have made $125 from this box that cost me $110, but knowing that I still have a lot of items to list and a lot of great brands that are listed, I anticipate I will end up making a little bit more profit than what I will end up making on that first box. Now that we have discussed profits from these ThredUp men's rescue boxes, I'm now going to talk about the pros and the cons. And my biggest pro for this box is the amount of items that you get. So this is a 25-pound men's rescue box. Like I said, it is $110 with shipping included. So far, I've ordered 3 boxes. I only discussed 2 because my third one is a fairly fresh box where I haven't made a lot of sales yet. But I have gotten anywhere between $30 and $35 per box, which puts my cost of goods anywhere between $3 and $4 per item. My next pro is something I've noticed that a lot of people relate to as well, so let me know if you feel the same way. But my men's average sales price is a lot higher than my women's. I don't know what it is about men's clothes versus women's clothes, but I always seem to make around $30 to $40 per item on average when compared to selling women's clothes for around $20 to $30. So pairing that high average sales price with the low cost of goods of this box results in higher profit sales per item. But that leads me to a con, which is that if you do receive a lot of lower end items, it takes a lot more sales and a lot longer time to make your money back and to start making a profit. If you watched my most recent ThredUp men's rescue box video, you know that that box was filled with bread and butter items. I wasn't really excited about anything, but almost all of the items were sellable, which was a huge win. However, putting down $110 is a huge investment for your inventory, so it can sometimes be frustrating if you get a lot of bread and butter items and it takes a lot more sales to make your money back. Now, I want to end this men's rescue box discussion on a good note, so I have one more pro, and that is you can find a lot of good unisex items in these boxes. I tend to advertise my men's flannels and sweatshirts that I get in these boxes as unisex, because this stuff does not just sell to men, it sells to everyone. So one of my biggest things that I like about this box is that a lot of the items in here can reach a much larger audience than usual. All right, now that we're done talking about the men's rescue box, I am going to talk about the shoe rescue box, which was the first ThredUp box I ever ordered. And since then, I have ordered 7 total. So I have 6 here to discuss because my most recent one I only purchased a couple of weeks ago. But I have my notes here, and I promise you I will not get into the fine details of each and every one of these boxes because there is a lot. But for now, I will go through my profits for each box, and keep in mind I get 15 pairs of shoes for $80 including shipping. So for box number 1, I have made $190.74. Box 2, I have made $200.26. Box 3, I am at $103.59. Box 4, I am at $70.64. So that one was not as successful. Box number 5, I am at $100.78. And box number 6, I am at $165.42. One thing that I have noticed about selling shoes in my closet, it's one of my favorite categories to sell, but it seems to sit for a lot longer than other categories. And as you heard, box 1 and box 2 have been by far my most successful boxes. And in those boxes, I have sold 9 pairs in box 1 and 10 pairs in box 2 out of 15 pairs total. So looking at my other boxes and my worst box where I still haven't made my money back, I have only sold 4 pairs of shoes total, and so I know that I will end up reaching a profit soon. And I will be including pictures, but one of my favorite parts of this box is the high profit margins that you can make just for a single pair of shoes. So some of my favorite brands I have received in these boxes that have brought a ton of profit are Fry, John Fluevog, Leffler Randall, a new to me brand that's called Dromedaris, and Birkenstock. So overall, I really do enjoy getting this box. Sometimes the profits can take a while to get, but I am always confident that I will make my money back and at least make a little bit of profit. So now that we have discussed profits, we will talk about the pros and cons of this shoe rescue box. My biggest pro is that in a lot of boxes that I have received in other unboxings I've seen from other YouTube channels, is that you could pay for the entire box with just 1 or 2 pairs of shoes if you get good enough brands. I always appreciate getting a couple of those high-end gems in these boxes because then you can rest assured that every other pair of shoes that you sell from the box is going to make you a straight profit. My next profit I kind of already touched on earlier, but it's that shoes generally have a higher resale value than other categories. For example, if I receive a Target shirt in a men's rescue box, I will not be super excited about it because I know that I will probably make $2 to $3 at the most from that. But I have received Target shoes in rescue boxes. I actually sold a pair of the C9 by Champion sneakers for a total of $30, which seems pretty high for Target, but in general, people are willing to pay more for shoes. Now, I do have 2 cons for the ThredUp shoe rescue box. My biggest one is that it's a lot easier to be disappointed. As I said earlier, you get 15 pairs of shoes for $80. That puts your cost of goods at $5.34 per item. So if you get a box and say 5 shoes are not sellable, that is a huge loss because you only have 10 pairs of shoes now to make your money back and some profit. Whereas when I have ordered ThredUp men's rescue boxes, I have had boxes where there were 5 or 6 items that weren't quite sellable, but I still managed to make a lot of money back because I still had a ton of items left to list and sell. So I would say that the shoe rescue box is kind of a bigger risk than some of the mixed clothing boxes just because you don't receive as many items to sell. My second con for the shoe rescue box involves buy-sell trade stores, in that it's really tough to sell these shoes to a buy-sell trade store and make a profit. I'm not sure about other consignment stores, but when it comes to Plato's Closet, you typically receive anywhere between $2 to $4 per item. sometimes a little bit more, but I personally have never received more than $4.50 per item. So with ThredUp's cost of goods per item being $5.34, you really don't have room for profit selling stuff at a buy sell trade store. Now I have sold a couple of pairs of shoes to buy sell trade stores that I knew would not sell on Poshmark. One was a pair of BP sandals that had no size on them, and the other was a pair of Charlotte Russe platform heels where comps were only about $10, so I knew that I would probably end up losing money if I tried to sell them on Poshmark. So there are some exceptions, but when it comes to the other boxes I have ordered, the men's box and the denim box, if there are items in there that I know will not be worth it to list online, I can rest assured that I will still make a little bit of profit if I take them to Plato's Closet. All right, this leads me to the final rescue box that we're going to talk about, and that is the DIY Denim Rescue Box, which is 50 pounds of denim for just $66. I got this Denim Rescue Box a little over a year ago, and I have made $138.92. I have since ordered one more, but I'm not talking about it because there are still so many pairs of jeans that I haven't listed. But for this first rescue box that we're going to talk about, I am almost positive that I've listed every possible pair that I can. My biggest highlight from this box, and it was really the only non-bread and butter item that I sold, was a pair of a Goldie jeans where I profited $48.07. So that paid for a majority of the box. I also profited $24.87 from a pair of men's True Religion jeans. But other than that, a lot of the jeans that I sold brought me no more than $20 per pair. Now this is a box that I don't think I will be ordering anytime soon. And I only have one con for this box, but it is a huge one, and it is that you get so many items that are not sellable. I'm currently trying to figure out what to do with my entire box of denim that is just not sellable. I have about 20 items from this box, and I have only sold a total of 10 items on Poshmark, not including buy sell trade store items. So overall, I am just struggling to find what to do with all of this crap that this box gave me. But there are definitely some pros to this box. The biggest one is that you get so many items that your cost of goods are extremely low. For my first box, my cost of goods per item was $1.63, and for my second box, it was even lower at $1.08. So that makes it really easy to make room for offers when you're selling online and to take clothes to buy sell trade stores. From my first denim rescue box, I think I took around 10 to 15 pairs of jeans to Plato's Closet, and they ended up taking around 7 to 10 items. So that ended up bringing me a decent profit. And so far from my second rescue box, Plato's Closet has taken a few items. So overall, if you're looking to get a lot of inventory for a low cost of goods, I would recommend this box. But if you don't have a lot of room for inventory, then this probably isn't the best box. I know from my own experience that I ordered this box right when we moved into this new apartment, and I had absolutely no room to store all of that denim except in the huge box that it came from. So now that we have discussed profits and the pros and cons of all three of these boxes, I'm just gonna give a little overview of what my favorite box is personally and what boxes I will be ordering in the future. So my absolute favorite box is the men's rescue box. I think it has the most room for profits, and it is the perfect happy medium between the low cost of goods of the denim box and the high cost of goods of the shoe box. One of my favorite things that I have noticed from the 3 men's rescue boxes I have ordered is that almost every item that comes in the box is sellable. I've received a couple of items that don't have any tags on them or just don't have the best resale value, but I have yet to see an item come in that is so damaged that it's not sellable. So if you're looking for a reliable ThredUp rescue box that will bring you a good amount of profit, I think that the men's rescue box is the perfect one. My next favorite box is definitely the shoe rescue box. It has brought a lot of profit for me, but I don't think I'll be ordering one anytime soon. My favorite thrift stores have recently upped their shoe game, and so I'm finding a lot of shoes for 98 cents. And so getting ThredUp shoe rescue boxes for $5.34 per shoe is just a little too high for me now. My last few boxes have also had a lot of shoes that weren't sellable, and so for me, it has just become too much of a risk to keep ordering them for $80. Now, I would still recommend the ThredUp shoe rescue box, especially if your thrift stores in your area price their shoes a little bit higher, or if you prefer to source online. But for me, it has just become a little less suitable for my closet. Finally, my least favorite box that I have ordered has been the Denim Rescue Box. They'll always throw in a good amount of brands. Like I said, I have sold True Religion and a Goldie. My other box, I received a lot of 7 for All Mankind and Everlane, but receiving all of those items is so overwhelming, and you just get so many items that aren't sellable. But now that we've gone over the ThredUp rescue boxes that I have ordered, I would love to hear your favorites down below in the comments. I'm definitely looking to expand on my rescue boxes, and I would definitely like to start ordering a wider variety of boxes from them. But now that we are at the end of this video, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you for the next video.